Hey, Prairie Valley Church, time for our weekly pastor's note. So I went for a bit of a run on Monday. I haven't run for a couple of weeks, and so I must admit on that last uphill to our house in Kenridge, I found myself walking and just catching my breath. And I thought to myself, that's so symptomatic of so many of our lives at the moment. We're feeling like we're running up a hill and we're doing so for 6 or 7 months, and we're just reaching the end of our capacity. So many people that I speak to are just saying they're really tired, they haven't had a break. They've been working really hard. They've been trying to keep their families together. They've been trying to keep head above water. And they're paying the price in terms of their own well-being. And so I want to encourage you to do what I did on my run, and that is just to slow down to a walk and to catch your breath. Find times and spaces where you are able to connect with Jesus. I spoke on Sunday about how God's presence is best found in quiet, in silence. And so find those places in your weekly routine where you're able to be still, connect with God, just take deep breaths of His presence, His life-giving presence. Allow Him to fill you with His Spirit to refresh your soul. And I want you to do the same with your important human relationships, and that is to make sure every week you're finding space to connect with your loved ones, with the important people in your life. Those of you who are married, have some time with your spouse. Those of you who've got kids, make sure you've got some quality time with your children. Allow your relationships just to breathe and find some sustenance. It's so important for us in this time. So we're back in church, as you know, 2 Sundays now in a row. Feedback has been really positive. We've been doing all-age worship, which means families come and worship together. We've been hearing that the children have found themselves really engaged with the ways that we are running the services. And so those of you who have been unsure now whether you should bring your kids or not, come and join us this Sunday. Bring an activity pack if you think your children might not be able to be kept busy for the full hour. Bring something along, some pencils and some crayons and some drawings for them. We do have a space down the bottom here called the Loud Lounge, where if you feel your children need to stretch their legs a bit, bring them down to the Loud Lounge. We do have a TV that'll have the service streamed through to it, so you'll still be able to participate in the service. But do join us this coming Sunday. And then just talking about Sunday services, I just want to commend our team, our staff and our volunteers have been running at maximum capacity to make sure that the Sunday services are up and running in the building well and safe for everyone concerned. And of course, our live streams continue. Our team has been amazing. But my observation just in the last day or so is that it's not sustainable. We have so few people volunteering. And many of them are having to come every week, and some at least every second week, to come and fill the serving spots that we need in order to run our in-building service well. And I want to invite you to consider serving in this next season. I know many of you feel that you're running at 100% capacity and don't have space for anything more. I hear you, and of course I want you to act wisely. But at the same time, we can't keep running the Sunday services with the few volunteers that we have. It's just impossible. We realize that our current volunteers are not going to last. And so I'm going to ask you to step up. The reality is, if many of you volunteer to serve, then we only need to have you on duty once every month or maybe once every 2 months, which really does make it doable for anybody. Also, the serving opportunities that are required on a Sunday don't really require any preparation. You really just arrive. They're also not onerous and they don't take a lot out of you. You could come to a service as you normally would and maybe just arrive a little bit earlier, half an hour earlier, and for some of you maybe just stay a little bit later, and then you're still able to participate in the service as you normally would. So let's just be family together. That's how family operates. I don't know about your family, but mine, we all have jobs to do. We all have roles that we need to fulfill in order to make our household function well. And I don't think it's any different in a church. We're family together and we all need to be serving. And so contact Diane on diane@proteavalleychurch.org, or on the Quicket sign up for the Sunday services will also be a spot for you to tick to say, I'm willing to be part of the serving team. Let's really just do well as a family in this next season. So a reminder, church, breathe and find places to serve. Bless you all.